So if you guys could change the Constitution in one way, how would you change it?
Her first, Gov major.
Georgetown University. I was literally going to say legalize abortion.
Maybe abortion laws,
Rights to abortion, like transgender rights to have surgery without necessarily parental consent.
Yes, you have freedom of speech, but that doesn't mean you have right to sit there and scream at someone because they choose to change their gender or they love the same sex, things like that.
So should we add trans rights to the Constitution?
Absolutely.
Definitely adding in like policies that like make healthcare more accessible for like immigrants as well as like people in low-income communities. I just think we need to get the old white fucks out of power, but that's not really a Constitution issue.
Putting that in the Constitution amendment, get rid of the old white people?
Yes.
Somebody over there says they believe there should be like a trans amendment, like a trans protections amendment. Is that something that you believe should be?
Yeah, absolutely.
Anything else you guys want to add?
Well, Second Amendment needs to be altered because it was written at a time when there weren't assault rifles that kill hundreds of people.
Gun issues we're having right now, I feel like those definitely need to be changed.
Anybody shouldn't be able to purchase a firearm. That shouldn't be the case.
We are very behind as far as especially firearms. I don't think everyone has the right to own them anymore. I mean, violence, and this country has the most mass killings. I think that definitely needs to be updated.
You would change the Second Amendment?
Yes, absolutely.
That'd be your number one?
Absolutely.
Apply almost like a time clause, whether not looking at the Constitution nowadays, but in the context of back then and trying to apply the same exact strict interpretation of it.
So we have to just every couple of years redo it, as you're saying?
Not redo, but you don't have to interpret it in the way that it was written in that context, because context changes throughout time.
It was rules written 100% by men, and so it had no female input. So I feel like it's missing. I know you guys are both males, but you guys kind of think one track, and I feel like even adding in people who are trans, queer, LGBTQ, women, even younger people, would get a more holistic view of what our rules should be.
We don't need the Quartering Act anymore.
The Quartering Act?
No, we don't need that.
People to be able to do you want us to be able to put troops in your house?
No.
That's the Quartering Act.
I know we don't need it.
But what if they want to put troops in your house?
I would very much gladly decline.
That's why we have the Quartering Act.
Yeah, that's why we should remove it.
You don't have no. The Quartering Act keeps them out of your house. That's what the act does. It doesn't keep them in your house.
Oh.
Yeah.
And I wish I had the Constitution in front of me. I feel like I can't remember all of it, but it does seem like it hasn't been updated, and I feel like we're upholding rules that were also enacted when slavery was allowed. So it just feels like the fact that we've moved on from some of these.
Well, there is an amendment that got rid
now.
of that, but
Yes, but I'm saying at the time that the Constitution was made, all of that was legal. And the Constitution hasn't changed really. Sure, there's been some sort of amendments, but